Hello, 401 Games fans. This is David Weiss, your board game concierge, and I'm here to do an unboxing video for Marvel Champions, the card game. Fantasy Flight's new co-op living card game, which is launching on Friday. And in fact, we're going to be having a launch event at the store, 750 Bloor Street, downtown in our new location. But to get you ready, I'm going to do a quick unboxing, and then in a different video, I'm going to do a quick how to play, I hope. So, here's the box. Now, what's interesting about this is you can see game design by Michael Boggs, Nate French, and Caleb Grace. So, Michael Boggs is the lead designer here. This is his first published design, according to Board Game Geek. But Nate French has been the lead designer on the Arkham Horror card game, and Caleb Grace is currently the lead designer in Lord of the Rings. So, Fantasy Flight's obviously given Mike Boggs a lot of backup here. Here's the back of the box. It's very exciting that Fantasy Flight's got this Marvel license, and it's pretty ambitious of them given the fact that they have now several IPs that they're promising to keep going, not forgetting of course Journeys in Middle-earth, which is the new Lord of the Rings adventure game, which is also pretty awesome, by the way. So let's get this open. And if you've taken a look at the rules online, as I have, you will see that it certainly borrows a fair bit from the other titles, but introduces some new mechanics, which are neat. So, as usual with Fantasy Flight, they've got their two playbooks, the Learn to Play and their rules reference, which I always find really helpful. I almost never need to go hunting back and forth between the two rule books the way I do Mage Knight and some other things. So I'm really looking forward to trying the base scenario there. And then the shrink-wrapped punch board stuff. So let's see if I can crack that open easily. You can see, of course, there's definitely room for a lot of expansions here. So they're certainly promising a lot. Let's have to see whether they live up to that. But here we have various, these I know are threat tokens, various other tokens. That's the first player token. They've certainly gone for that op art, I'd almost call it Batman the Original Series kind of mod look. These are the hit points trackers for the heroes and the villain. And of course, your usual little inserts, always very fun to do. These are condition cards. So, stunned, confused, tough. So, clearly there will be a lot of stunning, confusing, and toughening happening. And then, now they have, for the Learn to Play, they have separated out starter decks for the villain. So the first villain you're meant to start with is Rhino. I guess he's kind of got the easiest schemes. If I remember correctly, it's a bank job. Now, you see, this is one of my pet peeves where there's no tab here when they shrink wrap stuff without a tab. It's just a pain, and especially when it's a very tight shrink wrap, which this is not, thank goodness, but it's still kind of a pain to open. And so here we have Rhino, the starter deck. Do not open until ready to play your first game. And then you have your encounter sets. There are a couple of expansion encounter sets that they've put in there for extra challenge. Here are, I believe, his schemes. And then here's, sorry, this is his main scheme. And it's just a one step. So I think that's why they made this an introductory one. And then these are the various stages I think you have to knock. Oh yeah, hit points here. So, and then his cards. Oh, there are some side schemes. And treachery. Treachery everywhere. Okay, and then, again, I believe these are the pre-made starter decks that you're meant to start with if you're going to play. They recommend just doing a solo or two-player game to start. And they recommend you start with Captain Marvel and Spider-Man, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so this is Captain Marvel's deck. So do not open until ready to start play. And these are her cards and her Nemesis set. And so what's neat about this is she's heroes in Champions can either be in alter ego form where they can heal up and have special actions, or they are in their hero form, in which case they can thwart schemes and attack and defend and so on. So, you would need to have, to balance off when you are going to take a break and not. And various events, of course, her stuff, and there's limited deck building so far. So, I mean, various different heroes turn up as allies. I'm sure they will end up with their own decks. So, I saw Spider-Woman before. Where did I see Spider-Woman? I certainly saw Hulk and Tigra and so on. Nick Fury. I don't know if Nick will get his own deck, but we'll see. The Avengers Mansion. So you've got various support cards you can play. Oh, interesting. And they have side schemes and treacheries that you have to shuffle in. Oh, yes, they start with obligations, too. There's this interesting thing where every hero has this thing going on, which is like their real life that they have to deal with. Resource, support, upgrade, ally, event, resource, support, obligation, family emergency. So this is where she is looking after, I'll be honest, I don't know, but probably her dad. Okay, and then Spidey, and I'll admit right here, I'm a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan. I liked Andrew Garfield and I like Tom Holland, but somehow the writing for these new ones, I haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse yet. Don't hate me. Anyway, come on. Here we go. So again, these are the pre-made decks for your first game. Do not open until you're ready. So there's PD. And you can generate resources. PD can generate a science resource once per turn. And then as Spidey, you can draw cards, looks like, as an interrupt. And there's Black Cat as an ally. Aunt May, of course. But not the Marisa Tomei Aunt May. Alas. Daredevil, Jessica Jones. Daredevil, more Daredevil. Mockingbird, Nick Fury again. What's Petey's obligation? It's probably homework or something. Tenacity, eviction notice. Oh no! So this yeah. Rent past due, final notice. That's a thing. Okay. So the other heroes that come with the game, I'm not going to open those up right now, but they do talk about them in the rules. So you've got Black Panther, you've got Iron Man, and She-Hulk. So a nice selection across the board there, sort of inclusive, diverse as far as the MCU goes anyway. And you've got 3 core scenarios, so the Rhino, Claw, and Ultron. And there's also some, you can see here, these extra encounter sets that you can use to make things more difficult. So, you know, as you would expect from Fantasy Flight, they will be issuing updates up the wazoo. So there you go. There's your unboxing video. Once again, 401 Games Downtown is having a Marvel Champions launch event on Friday. I believe it's starting at 5:30 or 6, but you can check the website. And I will be there helping to teach the game. I'm also playing the game. And hope to see you there on Friday. So this is David Weiss, your board game concierge. And we'll see you soon.